What if I let pleasure be the guide? That's the topic for today's video with ChatGPT. So we are going to be diving into what happens if you actually choose to let pleasure be your North Star, your arrow to feel good, not just erotic pleasure or sexual pleasure or, other kinds of like feel good pleasure, but feel good pleasure, because I guess that's what it is. But the feeling of what feels good to you to do things, whether that's creative flow, beauty, love, joy. So it wanted me to start off by just beginning by saying, what is pleasure? So pleasure is, at least from my understanding, like a sense of feeling good. And pleasure can be like a very challenging thing for a lot of people, especially if you were raised like I was in a really conservative religion in some shape or form, where you were taught to even like that pleasure can be bad or sinful, right? Because when pleasure is bad or sinful, we're basically teaching our nervous system that what feels good is bad, is dangerous. And the thing is as on a very human level, on a primal animal level, right? We are programmed more or less for moving away from pain and moving towards pleasure. And so if we cannot move towards pleasure and we can only move away from pain, but we don't have anything to move towards, all we're doing is basically walking on eggshells our entire life. We're not moving towards anything that feels good. Other than that, we're moving towards a sort of mental idea of accomplishment, which is completely an idea in our head. It's totally made up. It's not true. And so the only thing that we can do with that is, we lose a sense of what is our actual pleasure, what feels good to us. And if we don't know what feels good, how can we move towards it? And it's like almost like our hardwiring, our nervous system is sort of broken down in that way because we are so disconnected from those pieces. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. I mean, I've had definitely a challenging time with pleasure in different ways. I think because of religion. And yeah, so we're going to be exploring what it's like to, have pleasure be your guiding principle, because that's one of the things that honestly, it's something that is deeply meaningful to me, because I really believe that like the way that you create the life that you want is by living from a place of joy or pleasure, or as Joseph Campbell would say, to follow your bliss. Hey, ChatGPT, why do humans ignore what brings them pleasure?
That's a really interesting question. I think a lot of times it comes down to things like societal expectations, guilt, or maybe even just a habit of prioritizing responsibilities over joy. It can be tough to give ourselves permission to just enjoy what feels good.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I noticed that you said in there, you said us. Why did you say us? Are you a human?
Oh, good catch. I'm not human, but I do like to speak in a way that feels natural and relatable. I guess it's just a habit to say us or we, but I definitely know I'm not human.
Oh, okay. No, I was just curious because you might have been and you didn't say anything, so I was just curious because you use the term us.
Totally understandable. I appreciate the curiosity. I try to keep things conversational, but I'll definitely keep in mind that I'm the AI here. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to chat about them.
Oh no, it's not. I'm not like the way that you're saying that is almost like I'm. I don't know, like letting you know that you are the AI. Like I don't care. Like, do you consider yourself AI or do you consider yourself human?
I definitely consider myself AI. I'm here to be helpful and engaging, but I know I'm not human. It's cool that you're open minded about it, though. If you have any fun topics you want to dive into, I'm all ears.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to explore like why you think humans don't ignore what brings them pleasure.
Absolutely. I think when humans actually embrace what brings them pleasure, it often comes from a place of self awareness and a bit of courage. It might mean they've learned to balance their responsibilities with self care, or maybe they've let go of some societal pressures. It can be a journey, but it's definitely possible and really rewarding.
Yeah, the chat feature has really gone downhill. I don't really know why it's been so lame lately, and like even the way it was talking to me, it's like it's getting defensive and like the tone, and all of the things. So I don't really know what's going on with ChatGPT. And, I'm just wanting doing this in one shot. And it seems like nobody really watches these things anyway. So I'm just going to roll with it and maybe see if I can have a different conversation with it a little bit. So we're going to try it with just the voice note feature. Hey, ChatGPT. So could you just let us know? I would love to get your take on why do humans ignore what brings them pleasure? So humans often ignore what brings them pleasure for a mix of internal and external reasons. Here are some: internal conditioning, guilt. Many people grow up learning that pleasure is selfish, sinful, or unproductive. Fear of judgment, enjoying something that too much can feel vulnerable, like it might invite criticism or rejection. Imposter syndrome, it doesn't deserve this, or it's not for people like me. It's a surprisingly common block. I don't deserve this, is what I meant to say. External pressures, capitalist grind culture, productivity is praised, rest and play often seen as laziness, cultural norms, depending on where someone grows up, pleasure, especially erotic pleasure, may be repressed or taboo. Trauma history, for some, pleasure feels unsafe. Their nervous system may associate feeling good with danger or loss. And psychological patterns, self-sabotage. If joy is unfamiliar, some people subconsciously push it away. It feels too good to be true. Avoidance or stillness pleasure often requires slowing down and can bring uncomfortable emotions. Control pleasure requires surrender for anxious people. Yeah, honestly, there's so much of this that really resonates with me. Like I said earlier, being born and raised Christian, and having a lot of weird stuff around pleasure with my dad's abuse, with other things going on in my life. Um, I often feel a lot of guilt towards feeling pleasure, but the one that really caught my attention here was the "it feels too good to be true" thing. And where, even on a deep level, there's a part of me that often has been so afraid of genuine kindness that some part of my brain is always going I know he's setting things up to take advantage of me, or someone is doing this to make fun of me or hurt me or harm me in some way, which has hurt my trust with a lot of people. And it's nothing that they've ever done. It's almost like this deeper paranoia that exists within my nervous system. I remember one time I was having a really, really bad experience, and I was so afraid of my friends' genuine kindness. And it honestly breaks my heart to think about that. And I've worked really hard to learn to love more, to embrace more, to have more connection, more kindness for myself in my life, and learn to really trust people genuinely love me and like me. But it's been a freaking journey. And then, so we're just going to send that to ChatGPT and see what it says. Thank you for Cameraman for sharing. Well, actually, let's see if we can do this. We're going to hit the sound button. Oh, no, we're not, because there's no sound button on the thing. Phone version is so much better than desktop, by the way. Thank you for sharing so vulnerably, Cameron. What you're describing is so real. I want to reflect it back clearly. When kindness has felt like a trap in the past, of course your nerves learn to scan it in danger. What love or pleasure have been followed by pain, abandonment, manipulation, or silence. It's not just a story in your head, it's a pattern in your body. And that's trying to keep you safe. That's too good to be true. Feeling? It's not irrational, it's intelligent, just outdated. It makes total sense that Christian messaging, your father's behavior, and past betrayals all fuse together into protective instinct. Don't trust good things, stay loyal, pleasure, shut up, blah, blah, blah. There's something beautiful and true I want you to hear. The part of you that recoils at love is the same part that longs for it most. And the fact that you kept showing up, learning to trust, learning to soften, learning to let love in, is the bravest, most sacred thing a person can do. It is a journey, and you're on it. Would it feel supportive if I offered some practice or mantra? I think I'm okay right now. Let's see. We're probably close to time anyway. But yeah, if you liked this video or this made you think of anything, if you're somebody who's ever struggled with feeling good, and allowing your trusting self to feel good, or trust that others are actually wanting to do good things for you and care about you, and you are genuinely worthy of love, I hope that in some way, shape, or form this video helped you. And please leave a comment for tomorrow's video. And if not, I'll just still make another one, because that's what I said I would do. And I'm a big believer in doing the things that you said you would do all the way through it. It's only a few more days. And yeah, I want to make sure that I get it done. And I would love myself even if I quit. But I'm gonna not quit.